All right, all right. IT organic, IT organic, IT organic, IT organic 1804, IT organic experience. We are here. We're gonna do it again. Let's see. First of all, I hope you all have been enjoying the World Cup, even though sometimes I don't know what FIFA got going on, with all of this predictive programming. If I was paying attention to the commercials, some of the things I would have got a little bit earlier. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Is it a big scam? Is it business? I don't know. I did find it pretty interesting. Haiti was involved, right, in the World Cup, even though we were not able to make it very far. And then I'm looking at this commercial, and they have Mbappe dressed up, like the old French colonial times during Napoleon time, you know. So I still believe me. I still felt that we could have uh taken Group C. Obviously, it didn't work out, but it could have happened, right? It could have happened. Anyway, let's see who ends up taking it all the way. Will it be France? Will it be Norway? Even though this guy in Norway looks a bit alien, like a tall white or one of those alien groups. But anyway, let's get into what I wanted to speak to you all about today, or whenever you're listening onto this. I wanted to know, Jovenel Moïse, right, the president. Why was he? Why was he removed from power? Okay, why was he removed? It's been about what, maybe 5 years. It's been about 5 years since they assassinated the president, Haitian president Jovenel Moïse, inside of his home on July 7, 2021. Now, I don't know if this is true, but they say that when he moved into that area, one of the oligarchs also moved close by to be kind of like, you know, uh, keeping tabs on the president. You understand? It's crazy, 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 crazy. They say Jovenel Moïse was a very hardworking businessman from the north, and he became a politician. Okay, so he wasn't a politician first; he was a business guy and a family man, but became a politician. Uh, President Mateli went and got him and convinced him to run for the elections back in 2016, 2017. Jovenel Moïse, he became the 48th president and the last president, because we haven't had a president ever since the assassination. Everything that's been going on, for the most part, it's really illegal. You know what I mean? Like, they keep on switching with prime ministers and this and that, and it's crazy. Jovenel, he was actually, I believe, the fifth president. Yeah, he was the fifth president to be assassinated while in function, while in office. Of course, we know about Jean-Jacques Dessalines already. They say he was first poisoned because they had to poison him first before they, killed him. They They mutilated his body just how they did with Jovenel Moïse. And then you had someone like Sylvain Salnav. Yeah, Sylvain Salnav. He was the president for about 2 years, 6 months, June 1867 to December 1869. He had opposition troops coming in into the city of Port-au-Prince. He tried to escape and go to the Dominican Republic. He was captured, brought back to the capital of Port-au-Prince, and he was executed. All right, that was January 15, 1870. And then we have someone like Michel Leconte, or they would say Senatus Leconte, another short-term president, 1 year, August 1911 to August 1912. They say that he was the grandson of Jean-Jacques Dessalines. All right, he was the grandson of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and basically, he received the same fate. He was assassinated, unalived. They always say that you know, Senatus Leconte, he had opposition, and he was trying to remove, at the time, try to put laws in place to start to remove a lot of the Arabs and Syrian groups, Middle Eastern groups that was coming into the country. While he was sleeping, right? This was on August 8, 1912. The National Palace exploded mysteriously. They always claim that it was the same group that unalived Jovenel Moïse, right? Same people. They've been doing this since 1912. They've been doing this since the beginning, of course. Not, I'm just saying. The president and his grandson and about 300 other militia soldiers all were unalived. You know, it's funny, man. They really, really had an issue with the bloodline of Dessalines. Tell you that. And then we have Jean Villebois Guillaume Sam. He was president. Uh, Damn, it says 4 months. It couldn't have been 4 months. It was before the U.S. military invasion on July 28, 1915. That's when he was assassinated. His assassination was pretty interesting. So he had opposition against a Dr. Bobo. His name was Rosalvo Bobo. Very, very influential leader, political leader. He was a medical doctor. Um, and he had opposition against President Sam because of his dealings with the United States. He was very anti US, and he was able to mobilize his allies and do a sort of coup d'etat, to overthrow President Guillaume Sam. Now, what happened is when they went to get him, this was the people that was with Rosalvo Bobo. He fled inside the French embassy. They took him out, beat him to death, and basically gave him a bois calé. You all know about the bois calé, right? So Guillaume Sam got the bois calé. Now, I say that to say this. Why did they remove this man? Why did they remove Jovenel Moïse? I mean, he was basically almost done with his his presidency, right? He was basically done. So why did the corrupt oligarchs, the people that financed this thing, why did they remove him? Was it because he was going to uh maybe do new contracts with new institutions where a lot of these oligarchs would not make any more money? You have to remember, we keep on hearing about rare earth. Everything is rare earth, right? So we know already that the government of the US, I'm pretty sure they don't want that to go into anybody's hands and anybody's arms, anybody's possession. And also, what about him wanting to kind of like liberate the agricultural sector? Imagine with the agriculture, that type of production that we were going to start to make, and we're still going to be able to make it. We will be able to feed ourselves and export. So, maybe he was removed because he was a threat to the Dominican government and that economy. I'm pretty sure there's different governments outside of Haiti that probably saw the position that he was taking and the way he was going towards like Turkey. He was going towards Vladimir and Russia. But I ask you, maybe maybe you can say, or you can give me your theory. Why was Jovenel Moïse removed, and why was he removed so early? They assassinate the man inside his house. They kind of like mutilate the body to send out a message. Message received, but I'm like, this assassination, they say it was coordinated and executed by a group of Colombian mercenaries and Haitian Americans. You know, they convicted James Solage, um, why is that name? I don't know. Pretel Ortiz, Archangel. I don't know the Spanish. Archangel or Archangel. I don't know. He wasn't an archangel for Jovenel. You have Antonio Intriago. Got that one. Walter Ventimilla. And of course, James Solage. So they funded this assassination. That's what they're claiming. But someone had to give him the money. Now, I'm trying to figure out, will they ever give us the co-conspirators? Will they ever show us the people that financed this crime? Is it true that the people that financed the assassination of Jovenel Moïse, or is it the same people that placed in the prime minister today? I mean, that would be crazy. That would be diabolical, right? They unalive him, remove everybody, and then put in their own puppet. I don't think so, right? I don't think so, but I'm still gonna ask the question. On the 5 year anniversary, I was doing the same thing like when Jovenel was unalived 5 years ago. I looked at a lot of people's social media, and many people forgot that he died. You know, so predictive programming. I guess if they can program the people to focus more on soccer. I mean, Argentina was playing. Anyway, crazy man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. President Jovenel Moïse, taken from his family, from the republic, from the country, from the people, way too early. Hmm. Anyway, I ate your organic. I ate your organic. I ate your organic. I ate your organic experience. I ate your organic 1804. You tell me, why do you think he was removed so early?